Hello people of the internet lands, it is I, the Final Spoon, and today I will show you 222 facts about Minecraft. If you learn some facts about Minecraft from this video, then please consider liking the video, commenting the facts you did not know, and finally subscribing. Without further ado, let's begin. Cobblestone and endstone have the same texture, but their colors are different. Gassed fireballs cannot destroy cobblestone. You can put water in cauldrons, but in Minecraft 1.9, you can now take the water back out of cauldrons. The shulker mob can be spawned in peaceful mode, it just does not attack you. Beetroot can be found in villager farms and dungeons. There is a random potion in the creative inventory called Uncraftable Potion. It does nothing, it is just there. In 1.9, the texture for zombie villagers changed. If your difficulty is on hard mode, then when a villager dies from a zombie, it has a 100% chance of turning into a zombie villager. The trap chest used to be in decoration blocks, but in 1.9 it is now in the redstone section. You might know that if you right-click grass with a shovel, it will turn into a path block, but did you know if you pick block a path block, it will give the path block to you? Note it only works in creative mode. You can till path blocks. Enchanted books that don't go above 1, don't have any number beside their names. You can harvest cobwebs with shears. Look into my hotbar. While you are reeling a fishing rod, or drawing back a bow, the icon changes. You can only place ender crystals on obsidian or bedrock, but you can remove the block under the crystals and place another type of block under the crystal if you want to do that. With 4 rabbit hide, you can make 1 piece of leather. Ocelots don't take fall damage. Cats also don't take fall damage. If you name any mob, Dinnerbone or Grum with 2 M's, the mobs will flip upside down. This can be pretty funny. If you want the mobs you turned upside down back to normal, just name them again, with a normal name that is not Dinnerbone or Grum. If you name a sheep Jeb underscore, then the sheep will transform into its amazing real form. You can get a mob spawn egg straight from the mob. To do this, pick block on a mob, and it will give you its spawn egg. You can stand on shulkers. Sometimes, spiders can spawn with buffs, like regen or strength. In spectator mode, you can look through the perspectives of mobs by clicking on them. To get out of their perspectives, just press Shift. You can do this with players too. Endermen can't teleport away while they're in cobwebs. Some mobs have different perspectives, such as these four. Baby animals always try to stay close to their parents. You can make portals bigger. When you spawn skeletons in the Nether, it has a high chance of not spawning a skeleton, but a wither skeleton. You can't place water in the Nether. This is what it looks like above the Nether. The Nether's biome name is Hell. Compasses, clocks and maps don't work in the Nether. If one of your hands are holding something else, or you put your map in your outer hand, you now hold your map on one hand. In creative mode, bats and ocelots are not scared of you. There is an indicator thing at the top right corner of the screen. Whenever you get a buff or debuff put on you, The type of effect you got will appear there. Buffs are at the top, and debuffs are at the bottom. You now need blaze powder to make potions. You can climb trapdoors for 1 block, if you are already climbing a ladder. Trapdoors don't need to be connected to a block to be placed, they can float. By right-clicking a daylight sensor, you can turn it into a nighttime sensor. Placing stained glass and iron bars on their own makes them look like this. Activating a dragon head with a redstone pulse makes its mouth move up and down. You can throw ender pearls in creative mode. If a villager is struck by lightning, it will turn into a witch. If a pig is struck by lightning, it will turn into a zombie pigman. Not only can you ride a boat on water, but you can ride a boat on land too. Now this gets even more crazier. When you row a boat on ice, the boat goes faster on ice than on water. Hay bales act as a cushion and make that you take less fall damage when you fall on them. Farmer villagers will break wheat, carrots, potatoes and beetroot when they are done growing, and replace them with seeds. When you break a dead bush, it has a chance to give you some sticks. Drinking milk gets rid of buffs and debuffs. Pistons can apparently teleport mobs, or even players, upwards and sideways. You can fly through a 1-block hole, using the elytra. By right-clicking a mushroom with a bowl, you get mushroom stew. Shearing a mushroom turns the mushroom into a cow and gives you some mushrooms. Smelting netherrack will give you nether brick. Iron golems do not take knockback whatsoever. If any water gets in a boat, then the boat will sink. Nether brick fences do not connect with wooden fences. Rarely in a thunderstorm a skeleton horse will spawn, but this is a trap. When you get near the skeleton horse, lightning will strike it and the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse will spawn, riding 4 other skeleton horses. In spectator mode, you can look through the perspectives of paintings. There is now a throwable water bottle. It can put out flames if you throw the water bottles at fire. Shulkers can teleport. Undead mobs like zombies, skeletons and wither skeletons take damage from healing potions and heal from damage potions. Right-clicking a tame donkey with a chest puts a chest on the donkey. By positioning yourself right, you can go inside the cauldron. Putting your FOV on the max makes the number turn to Quake Pro. Turning your sensitivity to 0 makes the number turn to Yuan, and on the other hand, turning the sensitivity to the max makes it go to hyperspeed. Pink sheeps have a 1% chance of spawning in the wild. Snow only appears in these conditions, how high it is and what biome it is in. So if the biome is a desert, you will not get snow, and the higher you are, the more snow you get. Slime spawn in swamps if it is a full moon. Right-clicking a creeper with a flint and steel will ignite it. Some zombies can hold stuff in both hands, or even spawn left-handed. Whenever you are near a wither, the sky will partly turn darker. If you have multiple bosses around you, the boss bar will show more than just one boss. You can find them ending enchantment in generated structures, like dungeons and strongholds. The Bane of Arthropods enchant works on spiders, cave spiders and silverfish. Out of all the Ender Crystal Towers, only 2 of them have iron bars surrounding them. As you progress through the Ender Dragon fight by destroying the Ender Crystals, the fight gets harder and the Ender Dragon tries harder to kill you. In spectator mode, you cannot look through the perspective of the Ender Dragon. If you go on top of iron bars, you can fall through them. Under the end, you can see obsidian pillars going through the main and islands. In 1.8 the dragon egg was called Dragon Egg, but in 1.9 it was renamed to Ender Dragon Egg. Originally the biome name for the end was Sky, but now the biome name is the End. Could this mean that we could be getting a Sky biome in the future? If you look at the Enderman with a pumpkin on your head, the Enderman does not attack you. You don't get the Ender Dragon head by killing the Ender Dragon, you get it from an end ship. You can find the Elytra wings in an end ship. Maps, clocks and compasses don't work in the end either. Endermen teleport away before you can hit them with arrows, snowballs and eggs. To repair the Elytra, put some leather in an anvil with the Elytra. Boats can break through lily pads. You can have more than just one passenger in boats. You can bring a mob, or friend in a boat too. Ocelots stalk and kill chickens. Wolves kill sheep. You can make iron golems, snow golems and even withers, in different shapes and it will still spawn them. You can dye leather clothes. If you want to get rid of a dye on a dyed object, just clean it off in a cauldron by right-clicking it on a cauldron. Right-clicking armor while it is in your hotbar automatically puts it on. F is the hotkey for switching your items onto your offhand and back. The way arrows work for bows is that if you put an arrow in your offhand then it will prioritize it, and if there is no arrows in your offhand, then it will look for the closest arrow to use in your inventory. If you want to switch your main hand in Minecraft, then do the following. You need 4 pieces of string to create a piece of wool. In the language section there is a secret language. It is pirate. It is pretty much English but with pirate words like yar. These stuff be rather funny, so I will show you some of the things that are funny about this Easter egg language. This is the title screen. This is a settings page. There is just a lot of stuff to cover with that, so if you want to look deeper into that, you should, if you are a Minecraft fan. This is how you make fire charges. Press F3 and A to reload the chunks. Press F3 and B to see the hitboxes for entities. Press F3 and N to swap through Creative and Spectator. This only works if you have op or cheats. When you walk on soul sand you go slower, but if you walk on soul sand that has ice under the soul sand, for some reason you go even more slow. Sneaking makes you smaller, so if you sneak you will be able to go through smaller spaces. Using the ground snow, you can do this by stacking snow on top of each other. If there is no strongholds in a world, you will not be able to throw Eyes of Ender. Spiders don't attack you if there is enough light, or if it is day, they will attack you if you hit them though. This is a logic error. When you are shielding a cave spider, it still poisons you, which does not make sense because it is biting the shield, not you. And a cave spider has to bite you to poison you. Gravel burns for a long time. Furnace mine carts work like mini trains. You put coal in it, and it moves. Dying from hitting into a wall while flying the elytra gives you a funny death message. You can't open your inventory while going in a nether portal. There are chests in nether fortresses. When you have a top tier beacon, the effect you chose will stay for 16 seconds. When you have a one less smaller tier beacon, it stays for 14 seconds. When you have a one less smaller tier beacon, it stays for 12 seconds. When you have the smallest tier beacon, it stays for 10 seconds. Haste makes your attack cool down faster. Mining fatigue makes your attack cool down slower. Also a side note, the icon of mining fatigue is a spoon for some reason. There are some secret effects in the game, such as bad luck, and glowing. Glowing comes from getting hit from a spectral arrow. Getting killed by a named item makes a custom death message. Hoeing coarse dirt turns the coarse dirt into regular dirt. Fishing rods don't deal knockback and just reel in mobs and players. Throwing ender pearls at mobs hurt them. The sounds Endermen make are actually distorted and reversed sounds of people saying hi and hello. This is how you craft coarse dirt. You can craft diorite, andesite, and granite. You can craft the stone brick variants by doing so. Putting stained glass in a beacon beam makes the beam change that color. A smart way of hiding the stained glass is by turning it into a pane. Beacon beams can go through the following: glass, leaves, water and lava. This is what the Nether looks like with night vision. Shooting wooden pressure plates with arrows activates them. You move through water quicker if it is closed off. When a pet dies, a death message will pop up for it. You can change the color of dogs' collars by right-clicking a dye on a dog. You can tame a cat with any fish. If a cat is sitting on a chest, you can't open it. You can ride a pig and a minecart at the same time, but the controls are reversed. This is how you make throw-able water bottles. If there is armor in a dispenser, and you stand next to it, it will automatically equip it for you when you activate it. Mushrooms can be placed in the dark and shade. Bone mealing mushrooms make them turn huge. Mobs besides mushrooms cannot spawn in mushroom biomes. If a village has enough doors and around 10 villagers, then there is a chance that the iron golems will spawn in the village. Sneaking with the elytra on spreads the wings. Cacti obliterate items. You can sprint while flying the elytra, so this is a trick I found. Keep on jumping while sprinting while flying and you will keep on going fast. The only place you can find red sand is in a mesa biome. You can fly the elytra while swimming. You can see yourself flying while in your inventory flying. Melons spawn naturally in jungles. To make giant jungle trees, or giant dark oak trees, put 4 of the saplings in a 2x2 space, clear the grass around them and bone meal the saplings. Sprinting and hitting something increases the knockback you create. You can put banners on shields. This is how you craft sandstone and red sandstone. Here is a trick you can do with doors. If a hopper is powered, it does not allow items to go through. Normally when you open up a chest, there will be some text that says chest, but if you name a chest, it will say that name instead. This works for furnaces and blocks like that too. The following mobs have special invisible features, besides the sheep. Very rarely, skeletons can spawn holding a sword. When it is raining, skeletons and zombies won't die from sunlight. The sound that note blocks plays depends on the block under the note block. If you set up a fence like this, with a carpet on top of the fence, you can jump over the fence. You can only place chorus plants on endstone. If you are able to break stone this fast with your fists, then it might be a monster egg stone. Your reach is farther in creative mode than in survival mode. Put paper around maps to make the maps bigger. Putting maps on item frames fills the item frame. In settings there are two types of attack indicators, crosshair and hotbar. You can also just turn it off though. When you get to the edge of the world, you will find the world border. If a piston shoves a slime block into you, you will bounce. When you hit villagers, they will get mad at you and the trades of the villagers around you will get more expensive. Withers will kill any mob, besides undead mobs like zombies. Prismarine has a color animation. You find sponge in the sea temple. If you leave cauldrons in the open while it rains, they might fill up a little. When you drink a potion underwater, instead of giving you an empty bottle it gives you a water bottle. If you put your particles on minimal, barriers will disappear. Iron golems cannot swim. Snow golems die in the rain. Snow golems die in water. When you have blindness and night vision, you don't see anything. Shear the pumpkin off a snow golem's head to reveal their true face. Rabbits can spawn in deserts. Desert temples use stained clay for the design. They used to use orange wool. Sometimes in the desert, you can find sand wells. Snow golems die in hot biomes like deserts. The texture of a rabbit depends on the biome you are in, so if the rabbit spawns in a desert it will have a golden coat, and if it spawns in the cold plains, then it might be white. The color of sugar canes depends on the biome too. There is a secret biome called the void. You can get it by going into a super flat world and putting the presents to the void. One of the best fuel resources lava. It can smelt a lot of stuff, and if you have access to the nether you don't need to worry about running out of lava. If you shoot a wooden button with the arrow it will activate the button. You can play string. You can get packed ice by using a silk touch pickaxe. If you are smelting wet sponges, and there happens to be a bucket in the furnace, then the bucket will fill with water. Endermites spawn when you throw ender pearls. If you hit an enderman at his top or half of its body, then it might teleport away, but if you hit the lower half then the enderman won't teleport away. Endermen are 3 blocks tall, so you can hide from one under 2 blocks. There is a way to unzombify zombie villagers. You need to throw a potion of weakness at the zombie villager, then you need to feed it a golden apple. Then the zombie villager should start to shake, then you wait. If you shoot a fire arrow at TNT, the TNT will ignite. When you kill an animal, you get raw food, but if you put an animal on fire and kill it, the animal will give you cooked food when it dies. Mycelium spreads on dirt. It does not spread on grass. With Silk Touch you can get the giant mushroom blocks. Mobs cannot spawn on rails. Mobs won't go over rails. Spiders are immune to poison. You cannot craft notch apples now, you must find them in loot chests. Mobs on fire that attack you can set you on fire too. Villagers have an inventory. They are able to pick up seeds, carrots, potatoes and beetroot. Blazes have melee attacks. Iron golems don't take fall damage. Blazes take damage from snowballs. If you try to sleep in beds in the Nether or End, they will blow up. Getting jump boost that level is 255. Then you will just jump normally. Getting jump boost that level is 150, will make that you cannot jump at all. This is a bug I found. If you ride a pig or horse onto a shulker, then your mount will die, and you sometimes die too. When it is raining, you have a better chance of catching fish. When you turn your render distance down all the way to 2, there will be fog. Creepers are afraid of cats. Skeletons are afraid of wolves, and wolves will try to kill skeletons, because they want their bones. Now for the final fact. Herobrine does not exist. Thank you for watching. If you feel like it, comment the facts that you did not know, and liking the video. Goodbye.